Yo, what up, guys? Welcome back to another DeepShot video. I know it's been like a month, and the NBA season's off. It's off season. Nothing's really going on right now. But since I'm not only a basketball channel, the name is really misleading. I'm going to talk about football today because I have nothing better to do in my life. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a series every week where I'm gonna power rank every football team because it's fun. Yeah. So since it is week 4 coming up, I'm gonna be NFL week 4 power rankings, and I'm gonna do every single team, talk a little bit about them, and yeah, let's get into it. Well, let's go. Obviously, let's go to number 1. I think it's still going to be the Chiefs. Their biggest issue is their red zone scoring, but to be honest, they have Patrick Mahomes, they have Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce hasn't been great for them, and they're still doing okay. I think the Chiefs are still the best team in the NFL, as they are the favorites to win everything. So that's just how it's going to be. Number 2, we have the Buffalo Bills. The Bills, after losing Stephon Diggs over the offseason, their wide receiver kind of fell off. But now they have Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, and Dalton Kincaid as the receiver core. And what they really need to do is work on that. They're 3-0. The Bills are 3-0 too. So I believe in the Bills. I think they're going to be good this year. And Josh Allen is also on a tear. Next, this is immensely surprising to me. I would have never expected this. I have the Vikings at 3. I know this is mainly based on the fact that they're 3-0 right now, but to be honest, they're averaging 26 points per game, which is 4th in the NFL, and overall offensive efficiency, which is 72.03. But the Vikings need better offensive line play, especially at the right guard with Ed Ingram. But overall, they're able to fix this up. And with Sam Darnold literally having a game where he had a perfect passer rating, the Vikings are doing insanely good right now. Next, we got the Seahawks. The Seahawks, they've been playing great this year. They beat the Patriots and 2 other teams, and they play the Lions tonight on Monday night. So that's going to be an exciting game to watch. Geno Smith is getting out the ball at like the 6th fastest rate of any quarterback, 2.66 seconds to be exact. And Seattle's biggest, issue is pass protection. This is actually forcing Geno Smith to get the ball out fast. I think that the Seahawks are a very good team, a really good team with their new receivers and Jackson Smith and Jigba, and Zach Charbonnet is playing really good right now, and Kenneth Walker's coming back from injury along with DK Metcalf. I think the Seahawks are going to be really good this year. 5th on the list, I have the Detroit Lions. I know the Lions are slightly have had a bad game against the Buccaneers, but their biggest issue is really just their red zone scoring. They have absolutely no red zone scoring. Even after their week 3 win, their their lead wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown acknowledged the Lions' faults in their receiver core and really needed to step it up. So that is the Lions' biggest issue to me, in my opinion. Fun fact: the Lions have actually had 6 drives in the red zone without a touchdown, which is actually horrible. But yeah. Sorry. Number 6 on my list, we had the Eagles. The Eagles had a horrible loss to the Falcons. I'm gonna be honest. They really screwed themselves with that a lot. They really screwed themselves over. They kind of sold at the end, but Jalen Hurts' pick and Saquon Barkley's drop. But Saquon is really on a tear, and it's gonna be hard to beat that. Saquon is also the best fantasy running back in the league right now in fantasy football in general. So also very good. Jalen Hurts has also been not great of a quarterback. He's been throwing many interceptions lately, so that is going to be an issue. If that's going to be an issue, then you're going to need to sort that out right now, because Jalen Hurts cannot be doing that really. Next, Pittsburgh Steelers. Now the Steelers, as we know from last year, have an amazing defense. They have a really good defense. The one thing they are lacking in is red zone scoring, like the Lions, right? They're lacking in red zone scoring, as they don't have much. They don't have many playmakers as Justin Fields is at, and then they really have to turn to Chris Boswell just to drive kicks, even when they're 12 yards out or some stuff like that. That's not something that should be happening. Now, 8th, we have the Houston Texans. If you watched the last game, the Texans got clapped by the Vikings. And this is really, for me, it's because of the offensive line. The Texans have amazing receivers. C.J. Stroud, Tank Dell. Not C.J. Stroud, sorry. Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell. They have really good receivers. They're just missing a good offensive line. And if they can get that, that's gonna really help them out. So, C.J. Stroud was sacked 11 times throughout 3 weeks and is on pace to be sacked more than 55 times this season, which is absolutely absurd. Next, we got I know it's a bit early to say this, but I think the 49ers are still something that should not be ignored. Although the 49ers are injury riddled with CMC, George Kittle, and Deebo Samuel all on IR, and this is really this is just not great really for the 49ers. They're busy. They just have no players, and once they get their players back, that's really gonna help this team out. So that's really their main problem. Next, we have the Saints, and the Saints have been playing really good. They have a really good defense, but just the only problem that their recurring problem is not having a great offense, and this has been a theme for a long time now. So, we'll see how it goes, but I think another one of their issues is their center, Eric McCoy, and Taysom Hill are out. As we all know, Alvin Kamara's been on a tear, having 26 runs. I don't think they want Alvin Kamara to get injured like that. So that's the Saints' biggest issue. But the Saints are pretty good. Number 11, we have the Packers. Now, the Packers' biggest issue is penalties. They had 11 penalties in one game against the Titans, and 33 in 3 games. That is an issue. Like, that cannot happen. They had over 135 yards of penalties per game. They need to fix that. That's about it. Next, we have the Baltimore Ravens at number 12. Their biggest issue, I would say, is Lamar Jackson just not being a very consistent quarterback. Derrick Henry is playing amazing. Isaiah Likely is pretty good, I guess. And another one of their issues is Mark Andrews' slow start. Really, he has not played great, and they would. I know for a fact they definitely want to fix that and get him more involved in the offense. At 13, I had the New York Jets. The Jets are actually, this Jets fans. This is the first time you've actually had a good quarterback. Congratulations. I know it's a new feeling. But the Jets are actually really, they're a good team. With Aaron Rodgers, Breece Hall, the really only issues is that Garrett Wilson's mediocre start, I guess. He hasn't been playing great at all. He's been playing, he has such a good talent, just like doesn't play smartly sometimes. That's like a complaint that the Jets have had with Garrett Wilson, is just not playing smart. And I think that's a fix that can be done. It's not like an issue. It should not be an issue. So that is the Jets' biggest. Next, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs have been pretty good with Bucky Irving splitting with Rachaad White. I actually think it's a really good combo for fantasy owners out there. Bucky Irving's going to be a really good pick, he's going to be a really good pick. So you can definitely get him for cheap right now because most people don't know who he is. You could probably trade DJ Moore for him or something. I don't know. Should be pretty easy. DJ Moore for like Bucky Irving and George Pickens. That's a steal. You can do that. Number 15, I'm going to go with the Chargers. The Chargers have actually been pretty decent, knowing that they don't have Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler. Really, the entire thing that's driven their offense for years is just gone. And Justin Herbert is injured, and their biggest issue is injuries to their players, such as Josh Palmer, DJ Shark Jr., Joe Alt, Rashawn Slater, and Justin Herbert all being out on the offensive side. 16, we got the Cardinals. Okay, the Cardinals are interesting, you know. The Cardinals are an interesting team. I know they'll be. Cardinals have they're on 4th right tackle. That's an issue for them. But otherwise, Kyler Murray has played pretty good. So has James Conner, who again is you could probably get it for cheap in fantasy too. Those are the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are a pretty aggressive team, but they're pretty good too. Number 17, I have the Cowboys. Cowboys is just they have running back issues. They have running back issues. They have Rico Dowdle, Deuce Vaughn, and Zeke, and they need a clear running back to run the ball. Then you can't just not run the ball. That's just not how it works. So if I were to fix something about the Cowboys, they need to run. Number 18, we have the Rams. Now, I play fantasy, and I have Kyron Williams, so I'm not complaining. But their biggest issue is just no wide receivers. Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua are out. And it's basically just Kyron Williams versus all. And I'm completely fine with that. Now we got, at 19, I have the Commanders. Commanders have an issue of red zone scoring, but they finally got themselves a decent quarterback. Commanders fans, I'm so happy for you. We love Jaden Daniels, you're here to stay. Anyway. Next on 20th, I got the Miami Dolphins. And now we're getting to the territory of washed teams. The Miami Dolphins being one of them. But Tua out, Tyreek Hill not playing good. They're on their 4th string quarterback already. They just have an issue of being able to sustain their drives and also have the issue of no quarterback, which is a problem. At 21, I got the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the Falcons are 1-2, but they won a really close game against the Eagles, and they lost a close game against the Chiefs, and I have no idea who they lost after that. But their biggest issue to me is offensive line injuries. Also, another issue I feel like, from my opinion, is Bijan Robinson has not been as great as he was supposed to be. We know, coming into season, for all you fantasy enjoyers, I know many of you guys drafted Bijan as a first or second pick. He's really not been as good as we've all hoped, and that's really an issue for them. So that's, I think, main issue. Now we got at 22nd, sorry, we have the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders are. It's the Raiders. The Raiders aren't a great team, obviously, but their worst, their biggest issue is just a lack of balance on offense. They don't have any balance at all. That is going to be an issue in the future. So, they just need to balance out their offenses. The Cleveland Browns, I'm gonna be next, and my reason for this, they just have no real identity. We don't know what the Browns are gonna do. They have nothing to show for it. They don't have an identity, and Deshaun Watson has fallen short. Not been great. 24th, we got the Colts, and I'm kind of sad. I drafted Anthony Richardson, and he's just been inaccurate and hasn't really been consistent at all. And I think he's the issue for the Colts. Same with Michael Pittman. And Michael Pittman's fall off is also the same. I got the Bengals at 25. The Bengals have fallen off completely. Last week was supposed to be a good win for them against the Commanders, and as we all know, that did not happen. So, we know that was supposed to be an easy win. That didn't happen. They have offensive imbalance. Really, they don't have anything. Like they just T. Higgins is supposed to be back. That's pretty good. They don't have any balance really on the offensive side. Therefore, yeah, 26 are the Bears. The Bears are a rookie team. We know what to expect from them. Nothing unusual. Nothing really unusual from that. '27, we have the Broncos. They just have not a bad. The Broncos just have the issue of not being able to divide their running back position properly. It's not really great for them. They just if they can figure out how to split Tyler Batty and Javonte Williams and Julio McLaughlin, they need to figure something out. That's like basically. That is the Broncos issue. I'm gonna speedrun the Patriots through Titans. So 28, we got the Jaguars. They suck. Did you watch that Bills game? 29, we got the Patriots. No pass protection. Jacoby Brissett is like getting ransacked. It's an issue. The Giants, I know we love Malik Neighbors. He is him. But turnovers. And Carolina Panthers, quarterback Andy Dalton cooked. That was in the script. But Young, gone. You're never playing again. I'm sorry. Finally, got the Titans. Also, horrible pass pressure. 15 sacks last game. Like 15. At least try to win a game, please. Yeah, that was actually that was a really long video. I'm surprised I could do this long. Yeah, that's gonna be our video today. 16 minutes, 17 minutes long on my NBA power rankings for week 4. This is subject to change. Obviously this is my opinion. Say whatever you want. It's fine. This is, it's okay. But I will be making one of these every single week. So until the NFL season ends around February, and I will make playoff predictions and stuff. So yeah, this is no longer a DeepShot channel about basketball. It's gonna be football too. I know Deep Throw maybe. No, Deep Throw sounds pretty good. I don't know. But yeah, well, I hope you guys watching. Stay tuned for the next episode. Probably gonna be next Wednesday. I know this one is during Thursday Night Football, which, if you guys are wondering, the score of the game going on right now is 14-9 Cowboys at halftime, with CeeDee Lamb going 6 receptions, 94 yards, and a touchdown, and Malik Neighbors going 5 for 59. Fantasy people, I know you probably already know, but it's fine. Well, that's all for now. Stay tuned for the next episode, probably next Wednesday for week 5, and that's all. Peace.